Welcome to Legacy Coins USA, where history whispers in metal and a single forgotten coin can rewrite a lifetime. Before you think this is just spare change, pause, because some of the most valuable fortunes in the world didn't begin with gold bars or diamonds, but with ordinary-looking coins hiding extraordinary secrets. On this channel, we uncover rare UK and global coins, legendary mint errors, and untold stories of pennies that transformed into million-dollar treasures. Stay with us, keep your eyes open, and never underestimate what's in your pocket, because the next coin we reveal could be the one that changes everything. Let's start. The Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD. 1 penny, issued in 1999 by the United Kingdom, belongs to the final chapter of 20th century British coinage. On the surface, it looks ordinary. Millions circulated through hands, shops, and pockets across the UK. Yet history has proven time and again that the most valuable coins often begin their lives as everyday money, until rarity, errors, or extraordinary circumstances rewrite their destiny. This coin was struck during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, the longest-serving monarch in British history. The Latin inscription De Gratia Regina, Fidei Defensor is not just decoration, it is a declaration of royal authority stretching back centuries. Coins bearing this title connect modern Britain to medieval tradition, making them powerful symbols of continuity, sovereignty, and national identity. While many assume the coin is copper, the 1999 penny is actually made of copper-plated steel, a decision driven by rising metal costs. This quiet change created a sharp divide between earlier bronze pennies and later steel issues, an important detail collectors watch closely. In the world of numismatics, even small material differences can separate a common coin from one that becomes historically significant. What truly fuels the legend surrounding certain UK pennies are extreme rarities, undocumented prototypes, and mint errors. Across British coin history, experimental strikes, wrong metal errors, double dies, and off-metal issues have shocked the auction world. In rare cases, especially when tied to limited test strikes or private mint records, values can escalate into the multi-million-dollar range, placing such coins among the most coveted artifacts on Earth. Stories circulate within elite collecting circles of pennies pulled from circulation that later turned out to be one-of-a-kind mint anomalies. These are the coins that change fortunes overnight, not because every penny is worth millions, but because history occasionally hides its greatest treasures in plain sight. One verified discovery can elevate an ordinary person into the world of unimaginable wealth. This is why experts warn collectors and everyday people alike, never dismiss old UK coins without verification. Coins stored in piggy banks, drawers, inherited collections, or forgotten jars have, in rare cases, rewritten financial futures. Authentication, weight testing, magnetic response, and professional grading are the gates that separate fantasy from reality, and sometimes reveal something extraordinary. The reason these stories captivate the world is simple: coins represent accessible hope. Unlike fine art or diamonds, coins were meant for everyone. That's what makes their rare transformation so powerful. When a coin once worth a penny sells for life-changing sums, it becomes more than metal, it becomes proof that history can still surprise us. So before you spend that old UK coin, pause. Look closer. Because somewhere out there, a single penny has already turned someone's ordinary life into legend. If you believe history belongs in your hands, like this video, subscribe to Legacy Coins USA, and comment below, because the next great discovery could begin with you. Next up. This is not just about a coin, it's about possibility, discovery, and the thin line between everyday life and overnight transformation. The Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 2001 1 penny belongs to a fascinating period in British coinage, struck during the later years of Queen Elizabeth II's reign when the Royal Mint was experimenting with materials, production methods, and quality controls. Millions of pennies were released, but within those vast numbers, history shows that a tiny fraction can emerge with characteristics that separate them from the rest: errors, prototypes, or undocumented variations that elevate them beyond ordinary currency. Queen Elizabeth II's portrait on this coin carries centuries of royal authority, reinforced by the Latin inscription De Gratia Regina, Fidei Defensor. These words connect modern Britain to a lineage of monarchy stretching back hundreds of years. Coins bearing this inscription are more than money, they are miniature state documents, symbols of power, faith, and national identity, preserved in metal. By 2001, UK pennies were made from copper-plated steel, a subtle but critical change that reshaped the future of British coin collecting. This shift created opportunities for rare transitional strikes, wrong metal errors, and experimental issues, precisely the kind of anomalies that have historically ignited bidding wars in elite auctions. In the numismatic world, material mistakes are not flaws, they are gateways to extreme value. The idea of UK coins reaching multi-million-dollar valuations is not fantasy, it is rooted in documented history of rare British issues tied to unique circumstances. Prototype strikes, one-off mint errors, and coins linked to special anniversaries or undocumented production runs have achieved staggering prices when authenticity and rarity align. These are the coins that redefine what a penny can mean. This is why experts repeatedly warn, never spend old UK coins without careful examination. What appears common at first glance can, under magnification and professional analysis, reveal subtle differences that change everything. Weight, magnetism, strike alignment, edge detail, and die characteristics all matter, and sometimes, one tiny deviation is enough to separate the ordinary from the extraordinary. Stories continue to circulate of collectors uncovering rare pennies in inherited collections, old piggy banks, or forgotten jars, coins dismissed for decades before being recognized for what they truly were. These moments capture the imagination because they are real possibilities, however rare. The value isn't just financial, it's the realization that history can still surprise us. Coins like the 2001 one penny remind us why numismatics is more than a hobby, it's a search for hidden truth. Each coin carries a silent record of its creation, and sometimes that record includes a mistake, an experiment, or a secret chapter never meant to leave the mint. When discovered, such coins don't just make headlines, they change lives. So before you part with any UK coin, pause. Look closer. Because somewhere among the ordinary, a single penny may still exist that challenges everything we think we know about value. What you hold today might not just be history, it could be the key to unimaginable wealth waiting to be recognized. Next coin. Most people would never believe that a single 2004 UK one penny could be connected to stories of life-changing wealth, but history has a habit of hiding its greatest surprises in plain sight. Coins that look ordinary often carry extraordinary stories, and some have gone on to become legends in the collector world. This is why the Elizabeth II, IRB, DG Reg. FD 2004 one penny continues to capture attention, curiosity, and imagination far beyond its face value. Struck during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, this penny represents a modern chapter of British coinage while still carrying centuries of royal tradition. The initials IRB refer to Ian Rank Broadley, the designer of the Queen's portrait, whose work marked a refined, dignified image of the monarch used on UK coins for many years. The Latin inscription De Gratia Regina, Fidei Defensor reinforces the deep historical roots of Britain's monarchy, connecting a simple penny to a royal legacy that spans generations. By 2004, UK pennies were produced using copper-plated steel, a material choice that quietly transformed British coin collecting. This change introduced new possibilities for rare variations, including off-metal strikes, transitional errors, and experimental issues that were never intended for public circulation. In the world of numismatics, it is often these quiet production moments that later give rise to coins valued not in pennies, but in millions. What fuels the fascination around certain 2004 pennies are stories of extreme rarity, undocumented mint errors, and prototype strikes that surface years later. British coin history has shown that when a coin exists outside standard records, whether due to a minting anomaly or a limited experimental run, it can ignite fierce competition among elite collectors. In rare circumstances, such discoveries have pushed values into the multi-million-dollar range, creating headlines and legends almost overnight. This is why collectors and experts repeatedly warn the public, never dismiss UK coins without careful inspection. A penny pulled from circulation may appear common, yet under professional examination, subtle differences in weight, alignment, edge detail, or magnetic behavior can reveal something extraordinary. The difference between ordinary and priceless can be thinner than a human hair. Stories continue to circulate of valuable British coins emerging from forgotten collections, old piggy banks, inherited jars, and dusty drawers. These discoveries resonate so deeply because they feel possible. Anyone could have overlooked something special. That sense of possibility is what makes coins so powerful. They are history that passed through everyday hands. The idea that a coin could transform a person's future is not fantasy. It is rooted in documented moments where rarity, authenticity, and demand collide. When that happens, a simple penny becomes more than metal. It becomes a symbol of opportunity, patience, and the hidden value of understanding history. Coins like the 2004 Elizabeth II, IRB, 1 penny remind us that value is not always obvious. Sometimes it lies dormant for decades, waiting for the right eyes, the right knowledge, and the right moment. In numismatics, time doesn't erase value, it often creates it. So before you spend or ignore any UK coin, take a moment to look again. Check your collections, your old piggy banks, even that pile of coins in the corner. Because somewhere among the ordinary, a single penny may still exist that defies expectation, and what seems insignificant today could one day be recognized as a ticket to unimaginable wealth.